Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. How are y'all doing? I am just waiting to see if some notifications come up. Here we are. Awesome. Live on. Let's just see. Thank you. All right. How are y'all doing today? Welcome to Shift Now. My name is Arlene Grace, for those of you who do not know me, and I am a spiritual coach. I am a channel, a master numerologist, and an alchemist. Good morning, Joanne. How are you doing? Awesome. We are live. Yay. All right. So I am just ensuring that we are public on Facebook. I've been having some challenges here with it. And so let's see if that works out. My apologies as I fiddle with tech. All right. All is well. So, hello. Good morning, Christine, Wanda, Shelly, Rosalie. Hi, how are you? All right. So, I'm going to invite you to come into the space, to come into the body, and to take a deep breath. What I love about Shift Now is that this is a channel, this is a numerology forecast that is channeled through. It is channeling and it is card pulls. And it's my belief that we can shift in a moment, that we can shift in our own perception of how we see ourselves and the world. And so I'm going to invite you to be open, take whatever resonates for you, and yet allow yourself to be curious and to just notice what's happening in the body, to notice if there's a shifting in your own mind, to notice if any curiosities are piqued. And we're going to begin by just speaking to, we're close to the end of October, right? And so you may have noticed that there have been these themes that have been playing out for all of you during this month. And some of the themes have been those of codependency. Good morning, Samantha. Codependency of, what if I just let go of holding up the world? What if I let go of holding other people up? What if, because I can fix it, I can heal it, I can do something about it, I didn't? Because really what we're playing with is this energy of, I have it to give, whether that's money, whether that's a gift, whether that's, giving something of yourself, and someone here wants to take. And so in this energy of codependency, there's this unwillingness to be self-responsible, right? And so in this letting go of the codependency, which really is this, if I can heal it, I will stop, because I'm giving it up to God. I'm giving it up to the universe. I'm giving it up to source, to creator, to goddess, whatever it is that you want to name it. I'm going to give it up to what is more than who I am, and allow that to move through them, to shift. Because it does feel like in the collective, there are many people that are going through the dark night of the soul energy. And I'll speak to that a little bit more as I speak to the day, right? We're also moving through this energy of, am I being true to myself? And so we're navigating this, this energy where we're discovering layer upon layer upon layer of these distortions, or of these ideas that we had about ourselves, of these beliefs, of these patterns that are rising up, so that we can see the truth of ourselves, right? And in this letting go of the codependency, this understanding that everyone has their own truth as well. You, I, everyone here, everyone that's watching this, has their own unique way of seeing the world. No one can see you truly, fully. No one can see, no one can know you, no one can know how you see the world. And so everyone else has their own truth just as you do. And if that's the case, can we let that be? Right? And there's this deeper understanding in this truth of discerning what's the difference between secrecy and privacy, right? Within ourselves. And I used an example a couple of weeks ago of, are you faking an orgasm, right? Or are you faking certain things and not telling those that you love, telling your partner, telling your family parts about yourself, keeping them secret because you don't think that they can handle it, or you don't think that you don't want to hurt their feelings, or whatever those reasons are. And so there's a difference between keeping things private, i.e., your medical status, and keeping those things that are vulnerable to you secret, because you don't want to go through that emotional shift and growth with yourself and with your partner, or with those that you love, or those in your community, etc. We're also moving through this place where, with this eclipse, there's been these shifts, there's been these decisions, people have been coming into your life, you might have been leaving people in your life. All of these things are starting to shift in your own lives, and you may be discovering that for yourselves. Good morning, everyone. And so in these themes that are playing out in our life, we're coming to this energy today where it really feels as though there's this pressure. And the vision that I get with this is, this diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. And in feeling this pressure, whether you're feeling the pressure because you're an empath, because you're intuitive, and everyone is an empath and intuitive, everyone's connected to all, right? Or you're experiencing the pressure in your own physical life, whether that's in a relationship, or this desire to buy a new home, or to shift in your business, or to leave your career. There's this sense of feeling this pressure because this pressure is wanting you to shine and to shine your light. And so when I'm tuning into the body, imagining that the body is this diamond, you can imagine that this diamond has all of these facets, right? All of these different personalities, these beliefs, these emotions, these awarenesses, all of these different aspects of ourselves, where there's this energy of the Eight of Hearts. And when I think about the Eight of Hearts, I think of it as the power of love. And so there's this love that is circuiting through your body, that is allowing for this transmutation to take place within your own body in response to the pressure that you are feeling. And yet some of us are still in resistance, because as these thoughts are trying to leave, as these emotions are trying to leave, as these decisions are coming into our awareness, we're wanting to hold on because it's outside of our comfort zone. There's this unwillingness to move beyond our certainty. And so some of us may be choosing to stay in the certainty, even if the certainty hurts. But the energy of the Seven is like, no, allow it to go, allow it to leave. Trust the energy that's flowing through your body, that's just wanting to move out. It's just wanting to move out. And so just notice your body in this moment. I can feel that there's some energy that's wanting to expand out of the heart. It feels like today is this beautiful heart opening, this opportunity to just break open. And as it's breaking open, we're coming into this awareness of the things that we are holding on to. So some of the questions that I wrote down were, what is it that you are devoted to? If you were to come to discover yourself as this divine essence, and I know that many of you know that you are this divine essence, right? If you were to see yourself as divine, then what is it that you are devoted to? What is it you are consuming? What is it that is consuming you? And when you start to play with those questions, you can start to notice, oh shit, my social media is consuming me, because I'm finding that I have a habit of picking up my phone every 5 minutes just to see what's going on. Oh shit, I noticed that as I'm starting to go through transmutation, instead of letting thought patterns leave my mind, I'm picking up my next book to see what is it that I need to know. As I'm transmuting a relationship, or transmuting a way of being in relationship with someone, or redefining what relationship means for me, I'm noticing that I'm going to the kitchen cupboard and I'm eating chocolate cake. Now, I don't know if chocolate cake would be in the cupboard, but you know what I mean, right? And so there's this beautiful opportunity to notice that as I'm having this clearing, this heart opening within my own body, that I get to notice all of the places where I may not be devoted to self, where I may be, self-soothing with narcotics, alcohol, reading books, Netflix, food, sex, all of the things. And so there's this, sorry, there was a call. Great opportunity to just notice. Because as we move into the next energy, as we move into tomorrow, Friday being Saturn, the Saturn energy, so being held accountable, there's almost this mirroring of this energy. So here we are, we have a heart opening, this opportunity to notice those places. Am I devoted to self? And am I willing to let go of the things that may not serve my wholeness, my mind, my emotions, my physical body, my spirituality? I get to move into Friday, which is now I get to just sift and sort, sift and sort, sift and sort, and decide. Oh, yes. I trust my intuition. I trust where I'm being guided. I trust that this is the right direction that I'm going to take. I trust that as people are falling away, all is well. I trust that the world is whirling around me and all is well. I trust that my body is simply shifting out energy and all is well. I trust. And I come into a deeper devotion of, okay, I'm noticing, I'm present, I'm in my body. And I'm allowing myself to be inspired by this trust. I'm being inspired by what it is that I want to experience in the world. Because today, as you're starting to notice these devotions and where you're devoted to, you're going to come into this deeper awareness of what you want. All of these themes have been playing with you to allow for you to discover what you truly want versus what the world wants from you, or what your partner wants from you, or what your career wants from you, or what your clients want from you. You're coming into this squeezed pressure to discover what you truly desire. And so as you move into Friday and you're sifting and sorting and you're noticing, okay, this is what I want, and this is the direction that I'm going, and I decide I'm going to fast today, and I'm just going to allow this to just move, this energy to move through the body, or I'm inspired to just lay low, putting down my phone. I'm going to have a detox with my phone. I'm going to have a detox with the TV. I'm just going to be. And in this, there's this beautiful energy that's coming up to support you in this. For those of you who are numerologists, like, feel into the King of Diamonds, like feel into leadership. What does leadership feel like in the body? Because this is going to amp up in your own body as you're clearing this space. That's going to inspire you to be the authority in your life. That's going to inspire you to, when I think of this energy, I see my life and I see the world around me, and I'm sifting, I'm sorting, and I'm getting rid of these things. I'm getting rid of piles of clothes. I'm getting rid of, things that don't match what I'm now devoted to, which is this essence, this divine being, this diamond that's shining bright. And as I notice my world and I come into this energy of leadership, I'm now discovering that there are new ways that I want to experience my clients, my lover, my family, my belongings. Because this is creating a detachment from the outside world. And this leadership from within allows for you to master your material world without being attached to it, without being attached to the money, how it's going to show up, without being attached to whether or not you're going to get a client, or whether or not you're going to show up on a Facebook Live, all of those things. That this energy that flows through you is going to inspire you. And so there's this beautiful energy as well of courage. A king of diamonds is courageous. And a king of diamonds embodies his queen, not embodies, but he connects to his queen. He's unified with his queen. And so he has this nurturance, he has this intuitive guidance, he has this beautiful leadership that is united, so that he's not telling people to get out of his life. He's not chopping off heads. He's not, doing things that are brass, that he's allowing things to simply just move as he watches, right? Which is a beautiful energy. And then as we move into Saturday, which is Uranus, and Uranus is this integration energy, right? I love integration energy because it's a beautiful opportunity for you to just come into presence, to do the things that you love, to whatever it is that is best for you to integrate. If that's going out for a walk, if that's pulling out cards, like doing a reading for yourself to integrate, if that's calling up a friend, say, hey, I just want this mirroring. This is what I discovered about me. And this is what I've noticed. And this is what I've learned. And so allowing this to integrate within your whole self, your body, your mind, your emotions. And so whatever it is that you love to do, go do it. Because we're moving into this energy of 6 of hearts, 9. And so we begin with today of coming into devotion of the higher self, this essence that flows through me, and embodying this higher self in through this form. And as I do that, I start to notice that my world starts to change. How I express myself in the world starts to change. And it starts to change as you are integrating. And so Saturday, there's this 9 energy, which is you're starting to see things either fall away, but as they fall away, new things start to come in. And so there's this transmutation energy that's happening on Saturday for all of you, for all of us, whether you're aware of it or not, right? This transmutation of ways of being, of ways of thinking, of ways of feeling, of ways of seeing, and ways of experiencing the world. And so your key here in this integration energy is to be aware of your receiving. Am I willing to receive from life? Am I willing to open up my lens and receive everything? And so noticing where someone's trying to open the door for you and you're like, no, it's okay. Don't worry, I got it. Or noticing where someone just offers you money because you are, you require money. And they're like, oh, here, your mom's like, here, I'll give you $100. And you're like, no, mom, I don't want it. Right. And noticing those places where life is supporting you through others. The universe is supporting you through others. And when you're closing, or where you're closing yourself off to it. And so it's a beautiful energy that is really supporting our own transformation, our own shift in our perception of self. And when we shift in our own perception of self, we begin to shift our own perception of others. And so there's this beautiful opportunity here to just shine your light and shine bright. And are you willing to do that? Right? I love that. I'm starting to literally cleanse on Monday, ready to refresh from the inside out. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yesterday I was inspired to fast. And in the fasting, there was a huge opportunity that just rose up and shifted. But it was just that opportunity to notice. I don't know, I'm going to invite you all to just notice. Do you always feel full? Because that's something that I had been experiencing. I was noticing that I was always full. And full, not of food, but full of maybe reading material, full of what was happening on YouTube, full of sometimes it would be food. I was just always full. And so every single time there was a opportunity to have space within my body, I was unconsciously filling it with something. And it makes it I'm not going to say it makes it harder to shift or to create this opportunity for things to rise up. And yet, that's kind of what happens when you allow yourself to be in the space of, I will let myself empty out what I see, what I'm experiencing, what I'm eating, what I'm paying attention to. And I come back into a deeper sense of presence. It allows for these miraculous shifts to happen, right? And so just notice, are you always full? And if you're always full, what are you always full of? Right? And are you willing to, especially on Saturday, give yourself an opportunity to just integrate and to be, right? Maybe put down your phone for the day, or maybe not watch TV, whatever those things are. Yeah. Yeah, Christine. 8 of Hearts can force love too. Absolutely. Good morning, Angie. All right. So I am curious. What intentions do you have, or what questions do you have about what may be shifting in your own life? What are you experiencing currently? So that we can pull some cards to see what's supporting you in your shift. I am curious. Hi, Stephanie. Heidi. I love this. Oh my God. I'm actually working tech, guys. Yeah. And I know that sometimes there's a delay that happens on social media. I'm experiencing procrastination. Can you feel that? I can feel that in the belly. Like right at the top of the stomach. I can feel the procrastination. And so as you tune into the procrastination, I'm noticing like my stomach is clamping. And so it's holding on to fear. And so we're just going to invite the fear to rise up. And so I'm going to invite you to just take a deep breath. Yeah. And just breathe into it. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to pull a card. And so as it's moving and it's rising up, I'm going to ask you, what would happen if you had everything that you wanted, Samantha? And just let that activate you. Do you notice what's happening in the heart? Hi, Paula. Just breathe. Yeah. We're already creating some shifts. So I pulled the 6 of clubs. And so it's interesting because as I pull the 6 of clubs and I tune into it, I see you in like a field of tall grass. And as you're walking through the field, you're like weeding through it. Like you're like, it's not easy. So you're weeding through it and you're pushing things out of the way. And it's almost like you're trying to find your path. What is it that I'm meant to be doing? I'm not too sure. I have all of these modalities. I want to be of service in the world. And I really want to show up. I want to show up. I want to do the things. I know I'm gifted. I know I got knowledge. I got wisdom. And I have this wisdom that's flowing through me, but I'm kind of like not sure of what is my step. But what I'm feeling, yeah, keep taking a breath. What I'm feeling is you just experienced a huge win. Like you experienced a great win recently. And this huge win opened up your own energy. And I was like, yes, I loved this. This was fun. This was the greatest experience ever. I want more of that. And what happened afterwards is the energy didn't, it started to acclimate to it, but then that fear jumped in. Well, what if I actually had more of this? What if I was actually showing up in this way? What if I did more of this? Like, what would my world be like? What would change in my life? I don't even know. What would I do? Yeah. And so the Six of Clubs is like, okay, stay in the decision if you want that. Stay in the decision that we will continue to be this channel of light, of energy, of information that flows through you. Stay in the decision. And when you feel into the fear or the anxiety, I feel like sometimes anxiety comes up, or the nervousness, the nerve-sightedness, when you start to feel that, come back into the feeling of, hold on, I want to feel more of that. I loved that feeling that I had when I was experiencing a mirror of the wisdom that I put out into the world. I want more of that feeling. So I'm going to go back to that feeling. I'm going to allow that feeling to move the fear up, to transmute that fear, because that's possible. And as you stay in that decision of, I'm going to stay in that energy, it's going to start to, it's going to bring in the fulfillment. It's going to bring in what it is that you actually want to experience. But it's by staying in that frequency that you had on the weekend, or like 5 days ago, I don't know. But it will bring in the fulfillment of community, of client, of more of that, whatever it was that you were doing. You just got to stay in the decision, see the truth of what it is that you experience, decide that you loved it, and receive the fulfillment of it. And so I think that's brilliant. I love that for you. Yay, you. Celebrating you. Congratulations. Yeah. You and the 9 are good friends. I love that. I love the 9, because with the 9 comes the 1, right? Let's see. I'm just going up. Joanne, I am noticing that I see things around me in a new way. I love that, Joanne. That's brilliant. I love that. Of course you are, because your perception, you're shifting your own awareness of yourself. So that's extraordinary. I'm sorry about all this noise that's going on upstairs. My parents are preparing a feast for the family. I love how the 8 of Hearts brought all the peeps and opened the flow on Facebook. I know, Shelley. How exciting and beautiful. I made a conscious decision, this is Lisa, to live from my heart and childlike aspect this morning. This message is a very natural next from this decision. Oh, I love that. Yay. Yay, celebrating you, Lisa. Leah, lots of old patterns showing up for me. What are the next steps with this? The vision that I get is, I don't even know. Gymnasts. So gymnasts do gymnastic dance. And so gymnastic dance, they dance with the ball, they dance with, I don't know, these things. But the vision that I get with you is the dancer with the stick with the ribbon. And so what I see is I see you dancing around with this ribbon, and it's actually pulling up all of the old patterns, and the patterns are just wanting to go. But there's a part of you that's holding on to the pattern. So there's a little bit of resistance there with the old patterns. Let's see what the cards say. Nine of Hearts. So the 9 of Hearts is saying there's a part of you that's afraid to feel the feelings. There's a part of you that's afraid of feeling the grief. And the grief can just simply flow through you. Like I can feel the grief and it's being held in the back. And so that's what's holding on to these patterns. And if you just allow that emotion to rise up and to go, and then just become more, not even more aware, because these patterns are already leaving. You're noticing the patterns so that they can go. And so with that going, it's just allowing, what I'm feeling is this energy of grief of, oh, am I willing to let go of who I was in the old pattern? And just allow that aspect of me to come back into wholeness. And so there's this grief that's wanting to be released, and it's already moving, so that you can experience this transmutation. So it's continuing to move. Just breathe into it. And then as you allow for this to transmute and create this space within you, it's almost like there's this fun energy that you can bring in, where it's like almost this game that comes in where it's like, oh, I see you, pattern. We're done with that. I'm deciding I want this, or I'm deciding this. And when another pattern shows up, it's like, pew, pew, pew. I see you, pattern. I'm done with you. I decide I'm playing with this pattern. This is my new pattern. This is the new pattern that I'm creating. And so there's this beautiful opportunity to bring in play as you notice these patterns. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I feel like, and so the 10 of Spades is in this, in releasing and transmuting and noticing the patterns, you start to receive this fulfillment from, you start to receive, this feels like a complete shift in your own awareness of self, in your own awareness of you being a creator, of creating the experiences of your life, of what you're going to be doing in your business, how you're going to be implementing things. Like, it feels like in letting go of these patterns, you're actually allowing for a fulfillment in all aspects of your life. And in this fulfillment, in this realization, you'll also receive a lot of awarenesses in your life. Does that make sense? And so it does almost feel like, as you're receiving the creations, whatever it is that you're creating, your intentions, that there's going to be almost like this further sifting and sorting as it starts to come in, which is beautiful. Yeah. Love that. Angie, I am experiencing preparation for what's next. We are in transit between leaving our family home and finding a new home. Yay. We're all living in my in-laws' basement. That's cool. I love that. I don't know if that's a question, Angie, so I'm just leaving that. Heidi, I'm calling in love and money, and also trying dating again. Trying dating again, or just dating? And filling my retreat spaces, and it all feels like a lot, and maybe not as much fun as I'd like. I want it to be fun and inspired and ease-filled. Okay. I feel like your intention, it, like, life got bigger is what it feels like. And it feels like it almost feels overwhelming, like it's too much. Is it an energy of it's too much? Or is it an energy of I'm asking too much? And so there's energy that's just moving through your body. It's moving up. Yep. 8 of Diamonds. So 8 of Diamonds is an interesting energy because the Eight of Diamonds can move us. It can inspire us to do a lot of things, to do a lot of the work, to, do. But the underlying energy beneath that is, can you trust you? Can you trust your own mind? Are you focused on what it is that you desire? And it's hooked in, it's enmeshed in this energy of, you got to trust your intuition. And so the Eight of Diamonds is saying, okay, you want all of these things. You want love, you want money, you're dating again, you're filling in the retreat spaces. So life got big. And so as life got big, it's almost this like, well, what's the frequency of what it is that you want to experience? Because the frequency of what you experience is going to allow for you to be inspired into your actions. That it can be easy if you allow it to be easy. But there's this energy here of, but I need you to focus on the frequency. Be devoted to the frequency as you are creating these external experiences, right? Like you had a huge transmutation. I can feel so much space in your body, huge transmutation over the past while. And so in this, it's like, okay, fill that space with the fun. Fill that space with that ease. Really bring that into the cells. Acclimate to that. Bring that fun into everything that you do. And really trust and focus on that energy. And let that inspired action, let that intuition guide you as you do it. Because like the result is initiation into love, like a new journey with love. And so this could either be a man, very youthful man, but there's this opportunity here. Like when I feel these together, it's like, okay, when you come into the frequency of things, when you're coming from this space of fun and ease, and you know what it is that you want, and you're willing to focus the mind back into that coherence of the frequency. This is what I want. This is what I feel. I'm moving that within my own body, that you let go of this idea that you need to sacrifice things because you're just inspired to do the things. And so you're not sacrificing anything. You're not sacrificing money for love, retreat for whatever, because it's all inspired. And when it's inspired, you're allowing the how to fall into place, and you're allowing the world, the universe, to fall into place, right? Sometimes the universe takes a minute. And so sometimes it takes a little bit to feel into the inspiration. And so sometimes it feels like the inspirations are small, like go take a nap, or, just go call this person, or go do this one thing. It's not like a big thing, because the convergence is still happening in the universe to come into form, right? And so really feel into, okay, what will it feel like? You're there, you're at the retreat. The retreat is filled. You're at the retreat is filled. You are in the space. You're there now. And you're in this luxurious spot. And you're there, and you're standing, and you're leading, and you're speaking with them, and you're feeling that energy as you're with them. What's that energy? Because that's the frequency that's calling them in, right? Oh my God, I just came across Heidi's new website, and it's gorgeous, and oh my God, look at what she's doing. I want to do that. And so you're calling people in by feeling into, here it is now, I'm in it now, right? Yeah. Paola, I feel so much tension in my jaw and gums. I think I had a shift on my trip, but now I'm experiencing this tension, because tension almost becoming toothache and sore mouth. I'm wondering what that is. Is it because I spoke my truth? Yes. Yes, Paula. So the teeth and gums are all about truth, and it's all about foundation. And so as you come to speak your truth, it's starting to shift on a cellular level within your own teeth, within your own gums, within the foundation, and it's starting to release. That is why. And so what is it that we can, what's supporting this, right? I love that. What's supporting this is you keep on going. You keep on doing, keep on expressing the truth of you. And keep on doing it not because you're doing this from a higher awareness. So not doing this from a place of I am right and you are wrong. I know more than you. I am better than you. I've done these teachings and blah, blah, blah. It's just expressing you, not to be loved, not to be validated, not to be anything. It's just you. And so keep on going and allow yourself to just continue to see yourself mirrored back to you, right? Because the result is this Queen of Diamonds energy, which I love, because this is truly landing into the value of who you are as a result. I see the value of who I am. I see the value of what it is that I love and this expression that flows through me. I value my truth. My truth is okay. My truth is here to be expressed. And I value that because I value myself. And so there's this deepening in your own value of self, your own body. It could be your physical body. It could be anything physical, right? This is in the material world as well. So I love that for you. Yeah, you're welcome. What area of life would focus be most beneficial? Lisa, I think you know that. Good morning, Mocha. Let's see. What area of life would focus be most beneficial? Four spades. And so as four spades is coming in, it's like you've come to a place, Lisa, where like it's all of life. It's like all areas of your life have become one. And so are you willing to focus on the frequency, the energy, the essence of you, and the underlying frequencies of what it is that you want to play with? What do you want to play with in this energy? Because it really feels like you've done all the things. You've focused on the things that you've wanted. Your relationships have shifted. What you've desired has shifted. You've shifted in the body, in your emotions, in the mind. But you haven't yet, like, there's this energy of like, you move in, you move out, you move in, you move out. And so it's like, oh, I want to focus on my business. And then you move it out. And I want to focus on this. And then you move out. And so it's, you have all of life here, but are you willing to focus on the one thing that you actually want because you decided it, and stay committed to that aspect, to stay committed to that focus and allow that to come to fruition for you? But you have all of life. And just because you move your focus onto all of life doesn't mean you let go of all of life. You just allow for this one focus to be part of the all of life, right? And so you know what your focus is. Are you willing to stay in that decision so that you can land in deeper trust with life? Like, this feels like trust your life, trust yourself, trust where it is that your heart is wanting to go. Because this is going to allow for you to come into the focus of what it is that you want, and you know what it is. It's going to help you deepen your own trust for life itself. And I feel like this deepens your own trust for, I feel like it's like, oh shit, I created that. Oh shit, I did that. Like, I did the things. And so it really helps you to land into, fuck, I'm a creator. Like, I'm awesome. I already know I'm awesome, but I'm even more awesome because look at what I did. But I didn't do it for anyone else. I did it for me because I love me. And look, I love me so much that I did that. And wow, I am so fucking awesome. That's so fucking cool. I love me. Wow. So that's a funny energy. Yeah. Love it. Sharon, how you doing? I'm feeling strong energy through my body all this week, and am consciously allowing and inviting it in, although it is an unknown. Love that. I feel like this is a deeper connection to your higher self. I feel like this is a deeper connection with the essence of you. Yay, Lisa. That's what that feels like. Angie. The question is how I can move through the intensity of energies with greater ease as I'm in this preparation. Got it. How can I move through the intensity of energies? Yeah. I'm just feeling into the energy of that space. Yeah, I can see that. Interesting. 10 of Hearts. That's fun. 10 of Hearts is Heidi and Mocha on this call. But 10 of Hearts is also, there's this opportunity to shift your own perception in this. As I was tuning in earlier, I was seeing, it was like could see you all in the kitchen, and it's a small kitchen, and all of you are almost in everyone's space, and you're hearing the parents, and they have a certain way of doing things, but you have a certain way of doing things. And so there's all of this stuff of I'm in their house, that it's their rules and all of this stuff. But what you're not seeing is this fulfillment of love that's actually available for you, that life is actually supporting you at this time. Can you feel the support? That it may not look the way that you thought it was going to look, but it's actually there. And so can you shift your own perception and receive the support and the love that is there for you and your family? And just feel that. Like it feels like it's melting some energy away. And in that allowing for just the receipt of that, the receiving of this love, I feel like there are these patterns that are showing up for you that are different. Different from how you experienced familial relationships. And because they're different, you're actually feeling a little bit of this is outside of my comfort zone. And so will you simply receive? Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not even just flood it all with love. It's allow yourself to be loved. Let yourself be loved. Yeah. Feels good. Because the results is the 7 of Spades, which is a deeper trust in God, source, the universe, in life always working out for you. Yeah. Like life is always working out for you. Love is always available for you. Life is always moving through you. Can you trust that? And as you allow yourself to receive even more of it, you start to begin to see that there are so many people that are inspired to support you, to love you, to work with you, to do all these things with you, that life is always, there's never lack. There's never not enough. And I'm not just speaking to you, Angie, like there's never not enough. And so like the theme for this month is, are you deciding based on lack? Are you willing to see that there is more available than what you actually see? If you just let go. And so I love this message for you. I feel like this is for many in the community. Ah, so good. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, I love that, Heidi. Awesome. Mocha. Yes. Late to the party. If pulling cards, I would love one. It's been scattered emotions, and coming into essence and feeling me more would be my intention. Just not in alignment, but I'm okay with that, to love that space as well. I want to experience life bliss. Okay, I'm going to invite you to breathe. Okay. And so I can feel all the emotions. I can feel the scatteredness. Let it up and let it just rise. Or move in whatever direction it wants. No story, no why, no nothing. It's just moving. It's just emotions. Yeah. Keep breathing. So you're going through an Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades is, rebirth energy. Some people are scared of Ace of Spades, like, because it's that energy of like, boom, or it's that energy of like, burn this shit down. Like, I just need to burn everything down and start from scratch. And so there's energy supporting you in just allowing for the transmutation to happen within your own body. And so as you're feeling these scattered emotions, just allow it to move. Excuse me. Yeah, it's moving. By coming into the essence. And so it feels as though there's just a layer that's just coming up to go. It's inviting a deeper focus in just being present with you. And so it's almost like what I'm loving about as I'm feeling this is that the mind isn't captivated by what's happening. The mind's not telling stories, and the mind's not looking for things. The mind actually feels quite steady. Like it feels good. And so I think it's brilliant. Now it's just the emotions just want to come up and go. And so it's just creating space. Yeah, still moving. Yeah. What this is doing, it's allowing for you to come into greater truth. Like there's some other information, some other awareness that will come as you continue to create this space. Now, this may come in through your higher awareness, like your higher self, your guide. This may come in as information from someone else, a coach, or maybe a reading, whatever may come. But this information that is coming in for you is inviting in a decision. And so it feels like you're coming into a decision with this transmutation. So the energy is rising, it's creating a space, you're feeling into your essence, your alignment, and something will come. You'll receive some information. And it's going to allow for you to decide something, which I think is beautiful. Yeah. I hope that resonates for you. It feels really good. It feels like awe. So, yeah. Awesome. Hello, Sharon Dunlap. Awesome. I think, on my screen it says 11 eyes and 11 hearts. How fun is that? I feel like it's been a long wait. Yeah. Are you willing to be patient? I can hear you. Patience isn't my strong suit, Arlene. You know that. It's okay. Are you willing to be patient anyway? Sharon, I would love a card if possible for my overall guidance. Absolutely. I can feel you, Sharon. Done that is. Like I can feel like you are just loving life right now. King of Diamonds. Just feel into the King of Diamonds. And when you feel into the King of Diamonds and you bring in the energy of the King of Diamonds, it really invites you to leadership. It invites you to, it feels like it's inviting you to lead in a deeper way. And to notice, I feel like there are just a couple of things, like to notice where you are like there are these little threads of where it's almost like people are taking from you, and not like taking like your flowers or taking, other things, but there are these little threads of codependence. And it's like the King of Diamonds is like, I just want you to notice these things so that you can discern these things, so you can decide. Do you still want this kind of a relationship, or do you want it to expand into more? And so these little threads can be not just people, but codependence with the way that you work out, your money, your business, how you show up in the world. There's a bit of these just little loose threads of just noticing. Am I doing it all from within myself? Deciding that I'm doing this because this is what I want. This is what I want to experience. This is what I value. This is what I love. And I'm putting it out in the world. And as I'm putting it out in the world and people are coming to me and they're wanting my things, but they're wanting the discount, that I'm willing to say, no, I'm not discounting my wares. I made these things. I made them from the expression of me. I made them because I love them. I am not discounting my gifts to the world, what I'm bringing out into the world, because I see the value in them, because it's a material expression of me. Does that make sense? And so it's almost like this, just notice where the little threads of where you might be discounting yourself. Yeah. And so in that, there's this energy of like seven of clubs, where it's like you land into a deeper sense of self, a deeper sense of how you are moving your expression out into the world, a deeper, I love this. Like, it's almost like you come into this leap, like I leap in how I express myself in the world. Like, I don't care whether or not people believe what I believe, like what I like, love what I do. I don't care. I see the value of it so much that I am willing to do it anyway. I leap. I leap in my expression. I leap in my truth. I leap in my wares, all of the things. This is what I do. I'm a magical being, and I share that magic in the world. You can take it or leave it. It's okay. So good. Yeah. Good morning, Tammy. That's okay if you're late. There is no late. Awesome. All right. Well, I think that I got everyone. Love it. We had time to get everyone, and here we are at the top of the hour. So, yay. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me on Shift Now. I wish you all an extraordinary weekend. Yay. I love that. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm just feeling the group. I'm grateful. Thank you so much for joining me live. Thank you for your questions, your energy, and have an extraordinary weekend. If you are curious about working deeper with me, I invite you to connect with me for a clarity call. And yeah, I will see you all in the spaces. So much love, everyone. Bye for now.